2018, the NYPD recovered 17 ghost guns in all of New York City. By 2022, that number was 585. That is not a typo. A 34-fold increase in 4 years. And the guns showing up have no serial numbers, no purchase records, and in many cases, they were printed on a machine you can buy on Amazon for $300. This is the Friday Intel. Let's go deeper. Welcome to the Friday Intel from I Live Here, Westchester. Every Friday, we go deeper on one data story that affects your life in Westchester County. This week, New York's sweeping new push to regulate ghost guns and 3D printed firearms, and what it means for a county where prosecutors seized 37 ghost guns in a single year. Governor Hochul's 2026 legislative package is one of the most technically ambitious gun proposals any state has ever attempted. It does not just target the guns themselves. It targets the digital files that make them, the printers that build them, and the pistol designs that can be converted into machine guns with a $5 switch. Let's start with what is actually happening in Westchester. According to the Westchester County District Attorney's Office, 37 ghost guns were seized in 2023 out of 267 total illegal firearms. That means roughly 1 in 7 illegal guns recovered in this county had no serial number, no way to trace where it came from or who sold it. In 2024, the DA's office reported approximately 320 illegal firearms seized countywide. The ghost gun subset was not broken out, but the total jumped almost 20% year over year. Statewide, the New York State Police Criminal Gun Clearinghouse tracks what they call privately made firearms, which is the operational term that overlaps heavily with ghost guns. In the fourth quarter of 2024, 91 privately made firearms were submitted out of 1,097 total crime guns statewide. That is about 8% of all crime guns. And in New York City, the NYPD trendline is striking. Ghost gun recoveries went from 17 in 2018 to 585 in 2022. They pulled back to 394 in 2023, then climbed again to 438 in 2024. The pipeline is not closing. Here is what caught me off guard when I dug into this. Governor Hochul's proposal does not just ban ghost guns. It tries to require that every consumer 3D printer sold in New York State includes something called blocking technology, or SHEEC, a built-in system that scans your print file against a firearms blueprint detection algorithms before it lets the printer run. If the algorithm flags your file as a weapon component, the print job does not start. This would be a first in the nation. No other state has attempted to regulate the hardware itself. And the bill is remarkably self-aware about the difficulty. It creates a working group of DCJS, the Department of State, and SUNY to evaluate whether the technology is even feasible. If they conclude it is not, the mandate is deferred. The bill literally builds in its own off-ramp. That tells you Albany knows this is more of a cybersecurity problem than a consumer safety regulation. And they are not sure it can be solved. So what does this mean for you? If you live in Westchester County, the immediate impact is not about your 3D printer. It is about traceability. Right now, when a ghost gun is recovered at a crime scene in Yonkers or White Plains, investigators hit a dead end. No serial number means no trace. No trace means no supply chain. The Westchester DA has already prosecuted cases where defendants sold 31 ghost guns to undercover officers in a single operation out of Yonkers. The state's theory is that if you can cut the digital supply chain, criminalize the files, restrict the printers, and force manufacturers to redesign convertible pistols, you reduce the volume of untraceable weapons flowing into county-level enforcement. Whether that works depends on execution. The Senate has already signaled it wants to strip the convertible pistol provision from the budget. The 3D printer mandate may be technically impossible, and criminalizing digital files will almost certainly face First Amendment challenges in court. This legislation is ambitious, but ambition and implementation are two different things, and Westchester will be one of the places where we find out which one wins. That is your Friday Intel. If this was useful, share it with someone who lives here. I'll see you Monday on the Westchester Brief. I'm